you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them, I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain, these are actions of men. My teammate is a warp, swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flavor foul, your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless, say it now. You slacking in goaltending, my actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage, I'm back on the road winning,
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Let's meet the visiting team, the Chicago Bulls. At small forward, Mike Dunleavy. At the other forward position, Mike Dunleavy.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Here at the Staples Center, the fans here in Los Angeles amping up for the Clippers. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Chicago right now, at the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3 slot. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in. Paul with the ball. Outside Pierce. From past the arc. Count the bucket. Pierce has got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're Just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
And that one's good.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. It's Redick on the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Noah with the block. Here's Butler. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Butler sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Pierce. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A nice shot by Jordan.
Very high quality shot. Can't get enough of those.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Noah dishes to Rose. Griffin with some nice D.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And the basket by Pierce.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Now the Clippers moving it up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot. Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
The Clippers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Butler against Paul. He kicks to Griffin. Lots of room. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team in the way they approach the game.
This is Redick from past the arc. A rebound by Gasol.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Dunleavy the pass to Noah. Rose gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
It's Redick on the wing. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Platoon swap here for the Clippers. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter. And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first 2, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Brooks nails the 16-footer.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him. And just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Brooks against Rivers. The drive by Brooks. Some solid defense from Johnson. Clippers leading by 5. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Gibson the screen. Now McDermott lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
All right, let's go.
There's Crawford with the 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his new...
I mean, I think it's been noticeable.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates. Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after it. That's how they've piled up all the points.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Stevenson in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, he out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
And Paul gets it to go in.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off. much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Rose. The Clippers grab the miss. Stevenson outside. Jordan kicks to Redick. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Clippers leading by 7. At the elbow, Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Rose. Rose can't get that one to fall.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk. Angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Bulls trail by 9. From 18 feet away, and Dunleavy gets it to go in. Dunleavy's got 5. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Paul. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now.
And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well they were overall, they would have just really feasted on the East.
The Clippers keep it alive. Jordan dishes to Redick. Tries again. Jordan inside, defended by Gasol. Paul, no one around him. Gasol with the steal. Here's Dunleavy, defended by Paul. Dunleavy, the pass to Butler. Griffin against Gasol. The feed to Dunleavy. Clock at 6. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. As you said with the Clippers, Greg, they did decently against the Eastern Conference. But of the Western playoff teams, Clark, they had the second worst record against the Eastern Conference.
And you know, things like that matter, Kevin. I mean, they struggled against Eastern Conference playoff teams, went only 6-10 against those teams last year.
Bulls trail by 4. Brooks outside. Fires, high post. Crawford with the steal. They're running. Ball going up court. They grab their own miss. A shot's good from Aldridge. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Smith with it, now guarded by Mirotic. It's Crawford on the wing. Passes to Paul. Lets it go with a 3. That's good. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Dunleavy. Pierce covering. Goes up on the wing. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Dunleavy.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round one in a 7-game emotional series, then immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round two.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Griffin's checked in for Aldridge. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Chicago also making some changes. Portis is checked in for Mirotic. McDermott comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Tony Snell subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. The shot's good from Paul.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
And Gibson, here we go. Rebound by Smith.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Snell kicks to Gibson. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. There's 14 seconds left here in the second. Paul against Brooks. Paul kicks to Pierce, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Brooks from outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some nice stretches of basketball from them, and at one point, they pushed the lead up to. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Check out the game for Dunleavy. 12 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3, the small forward.
Chris Paul, guys, for the last decade, the best point guard in the NBA. Now, there's some new competition for that distinction, though, with Steph Curry breaking through to NBA stardom. And it's always exciting to watch these two go head-to-head.
Bulls trail by 9. Butler dishes to Rose. Butler with the ball. Now Pierce defending. And it's Butler missing.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Griffin a screen on Rose. Paul kicks to Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Dunleavy with the ball. The wide open look for Gasol. Count it from 12. Gasol's got his first 2 points of the night.
That one goes down, but offensively, it's 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round and he's made good on it, though.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Pierce. Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Rose kicks to Butler. Back to Rose. And there's the pass to Noah. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 6 on the shot clock. Now the Clippers moving it up. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist. And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leap. Ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
Rose, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. He's got 10.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
That's a 2 from Paul. Jordan kicks to Griffin. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 8 points for Blake Griffin.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And Paul gets it to go in.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
And stolen by Redick. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Butler. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for the Clippers. Lance Stevenson comes in for J.J. Redick. Chicago also making some changes. Gibson comes in for Joakim Noah. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And the Clippers miss again. Bulls trail by 15. Mirotic passes to Brooks. Back to Mirotic from deep. Kept alive.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. On defense, the Bulls. Paul outside to the inside. 6 to shoot. Down low. Pass to Gibson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.